Hi guys, this is Claire from Claire Creative, and today I'm going to bring you a little website workout that's going to help you understand what you need to do to get more leads and clients online. Now, this is basically what I talk about all the time, but today's session we're going to look at some very specific ways that you can find out how to do more of what's working, how to do less of what's not working. So we're going to look a little bit at Google Analytics, but first I want to zoom out and look at why you would do any of this stuff. So I'm Claire from Claire Creative. These website workouts are designed to help people to spend less time making time-consuming tweaks and more time making the meaningful changes to their website and the systems that they use online so that you're getting more leads and clients consistently. So this is what these website workouts are all about. So let's zoom all the way out. You have a business or a side hustle, whatever you want to call it. You have a business, that business has certain goals. Those goals are quite often associated with income, and income is always associated with leads and clients and getting those people in the door and offering them something that they're willing to pay for. So that's very broadly speaking. So your goal is to have X amount of clients per month. Your objective that feeds into that goal is maybe building a mailing list, or maybe getting a certain amount of video views on a page on your website, or growing your following, or like there's any amount of things, including like people actually booking a call to speak to you or inquiries by email. Loads of these kind of things can be measured. So that's literally something that you can measure to see if you're working effectively towards that goal. So your objective is the thing that supports that goal. And zooming out again, there's a little key performance indicator. So in marketing speak, it's a KPI. And that helps you to kind of look at sets of data and numbers and graphs that help you to know that, okay, so this goal needs this objective and this objective needs this KPI. So KPI could be anything from visits to a certain page, traffic in general to your website, sign-ups to your mailing list, all of these kind of things. I have a shutter that's blowing in the wind, so it keeps getting light and dark. Don't be freaked out. So we're going to look at how to track that kind of stuff in Google Analytics. So you can sign up for Google Analytics by going to analytics.google.com. Now, you're only going to be able to see the data associated with your website after that connection has been made through your analytics account and your website. So maybe this is set up already, but if not, Google, as powerful as they are, they can't see the past. So it'll only start tracking once it's hooked up to your website. So the first thing to do is to hook that Google Analytics account up to your website. The second thing to do is to make sure that that connection is really made. So you can go visit your website and then check your dashboard, and underneath real time, you'll see a little dot of where you are, so that you can see that it is actually seeing visitors on your site. So that all of that technical stuff out of the way, you need to decide, well, what do I want to know about my website's performance? So traffic is a very, very basic one. And traffic is in the form of how many people came to your site in a certain period of time. So you can set in the top, I'm just going to share my screen into a demo account here. Up here, you can look at the date bracket. So this is set for, let's just say, last 7 days. Hit apply. That was already set to 7 days. And let's go to 30 days and hit apply. This is all like demo data. This isn't associated with a real website. So this is a very popular website. It's getting up to 3,000 visitors per day. So this horizontal bar chart, graph, line chart, I don't know. It's telling you each little circle here is like a day. So you can see that maybe you're running an ad and this is the traffic that it's bringing you. And this was a particularly effective week. So whatever happened in that week, you can see that, okay, that's probably why there was a spike there. Down here, we'll see another important metric, and that's the bounce rate. Now, that's an important one to keep an eye on, to know that a bounce rate is basically somebody comes to your website and they leave straight away without visiting any other pages. That's a bounce. And the higher the bounce rate, the worse it is, basically. So this is a really nice bounce rate, around 46%. Around 50-60%, it's all fine. Ideally, your bounce rate stays at a low percentage, which means that people are getting into your site and having a look around. Another metric that you can look at is, okay, these are returning visitors. So basically people who have been to your site before are coming back, and the new visitors. So there's usually like returning visitors is a smaller portion of that, unless you have like a dedicated readership or following. And then you can see how much time people spent on your site, how many pages they viewed per session, and then there's like their country and all that kind of stuff. So all of that information is telling you, okay, so people in a particular country, for example, here it's United States, that's a particularly high audience for you. You can see that people are kind of sticking around. Maybe you'd like them to stick around a little bit longer, but the bounce rate is looking good. So that, if you were to look at this and see this as your website, you can say that, okay, the majority of my audience is in the United States. Bounce rate is looking good. Maybe we can work on people staying a little bit longer. Let's look at acquisition. So acquisition is a really important one. Okay, so maybe you're doing a lot of work on search engine optimization. Maybe you're doing a lot of work on social media. And all of this stuff will tell you, okay, well, that's working, that's not working. So you'll see underneath acquisition, it's basically how you've acquired that website visitor. So how you've acquired them is going to help you to decide whether we're going to do more of that effort or another effort. So organic search means that people are Googling it. Direct means that people are typing in your domain name directly. Referral is a link that exists in maybe a directory, or maybe you've done a guest post somewhere. Display is a type of ad. So you'll be aware of that if you are actually running ads. Social, affiliates, paid search, all of this kind of stuff, you'll probably know because they require a bit of setup. So if I click into social media, this is an interesting one because a lot of people use social media to get website traffic. So on this sample website, YouTube, which is actually classed as a social media channel. YouTube is their big winner by far. So you can see that maybe they noticed YouTube's working for us, let's do more of that. And that brings them a lot of traffic. And then you can see as it breaks down, you've got all the different channels there. So that's really important to know if you're looking at how to be more strategic with the time that you spend, basically looking at what's working. If something that's really not working for you, you can just stop wasting your time with it and double down on what is working. Last thing we're going to look at is the behavior flow. So under here, we'll see the behavior flow is it's how people navigate the website. So this is it's obviously a simple website that we're looking at here. People arrive to a certain page. Okay, so this is a bit random because it's a sample website. So say, for example, this is the home page, and then they go in to the next page and the next page, and you can follow these little threads to see how people navigate the website. So sometimes if it's a more, this is a sample website, if it was a more kind of real website, it would probably look quite different to this. But this is a good indication. See this big red kind of drop off? That's when people leave the site. And that is a vital thing to know. At what point are people just getting out of there? And how can we make them stay longer and lead them to the action that we want them to take, like a sign up or an inquiry form or something like that. So that's basically it for Google Analytics. If you want to follow along with this series, you can follow the hashtag #MyWebsiteWorkout on Instagram, or pop over to clairecreative.com. All right, have a great day, guys.